Hello, I'm Michael Diamond and you're watching Muscle Central. Okay, this video we're going to talk about the process that bodybuilders go through after they compete, go into the off season, and they trying to put on as much weight as they can, and the hopes of putting on some muscle while putting on all that weight, and a lot of that weight, water being held, body fat. And it's not unusual for some of these guys to put on 30, 40, and in some cases even more pounds. And then when come around prep time, they start stripping away. And more often than not, if there are any gains, maybe I'll put on a few pounds of muscle. So you put on 5, 6, even 7 pounds of muscle in that year, but you put on, in doing so, in trying to do so, you put on 30, 40, 50 pounds of weight, which most of that has to come back off. Is it necessary to put on all that extra weight and then just to strip most of it away for those few extra pounds gained? Yes, you do want to put on that muscle, but can you do it without going through that yo-yo process? Now, I use myself as an example, and keep in mind, I competed at a older age. I started at 40. I competed from the ages of 40 to 44. Now, my first competition, my stage weight was about 146 or 147. My final competition, my stage weight, I weighed in at 172 pounds. So 25 pounds difference. And I mean, it was a legitimate 25 pounds. I was conditioned at 146, 147, and I was conditioned at 172, a larger version. Now, I never went more than about 15 pounds or so over what I eventually ended up competing at. Now, keep in mind also, like I said in the beginning, some of that extra weight, yeah, it's going to be fat, but some of it's also water weight. So I never really got out of shape when in between competitions. I was able to see my abs, and I managed to put on the muscle without getting really heavy and dieting down, doing extreme dieting down. Now, the first 2 years, my competition was anabolic free. So, and I made about 7, 8 pounds, maybe 9 tops gain in those first 2 years. Then I jumped on the wagon, and I continued to put on weight, and so I eventually put on a total of 25 pounds during my competition span. But like I said, I've never gotten out of shape doing it, and I never ended up more than around 15 pounds or so over my competition weight. Now, you need more nutrients for more muscle. But what happens when you consume an excess amount? It's going to end up turning to fat. Why do you have to go to such an extreme? Let's go divert a little bit. What does it take to build muscle? First off, you need to create a stimulus which signals the body that we got to get bigger and stronger to be able to handle what you're doing to us. So we have to create the stimulus for the muscle to want to grow. You need to feed the muscle the right nutrients, the right amount of nutrients to allow a repair from the breakdown of the tissue and the extended growth, the addition of more muscle. And you need rest to let the muscles recover. Your muscles do most of its recovery during your resting phase. Your body's not involved with everyday function, everyday things that it does when for you to function, and it can focus more of its attention, if you will, to recovery and building muscle. So you need to get enough nutrients to allow recovery and growth. But why would you want to consume excessive amounts? Basically, what I would do is each time I would go back to what I was consuming prior to my contest prep, and then just try to add a little bit more. It's generally what would be added would be the protein, considering the protein is what's needed to build muscle. So I primarily add protein, but of course a little bit of carbs and some fat's going to be added to it. But I try to keep, especially the carbs, while I'm adding the protein, I'm trying not to add much of any additional carbs. It really would be primarily protein and fats. And then just watch my progress. And if I thought that I wasn't getting enough of what I needed for my body to recover and grow, I would just add a little bit more. I didn't just jump into big eating, pounding on the food, put on an excessive amount of weight, and then have to worry about trying to get that shit back down just for a few extra pounds of gain. You can put on the muscle without putting on the body fat. Well, you're going to put on some body fat. That's going to be inevitable. It's really virtually impossible not to put on some body fat. The idea, the goal, what you should be trying to accomplish is put on as little body fat as you can while putting on your muscle. First off, it's not good for the body to be going up and down 30, 40, 50 pounds. That in itself is just not good. Whether you're building muscle, losing fat, whichever combination of whatever, it's just not good for the body to go up and down in weight like that. And just, I mean, to me, common sense, why would you want to put your body through that when it's not really needed? You see some of these guys stuffing so much food down, it looks like they're ready to puke because they eating so much they can't hold it down. And they're getting massive. And then they just bust. It's giving you that much more work to do to get back on stage again. Look to get bigger and better from contest to contest. You want to try to put on muscle. You can do it with putting on minimal amount of fat in the process. And it's going to make your contest prep so much easier. It's going to be so much better for your body. You're not, like they just said, it's very unhealthy to be going up and down in weight like that. And you know what? It doesn't matter whether you're carrying the 300 pounds of muscle or 300 pounds of body fat. 300 pounds is 300 pounds, and it's a lot on the stress on the body. No need to jump up and down in weight like that and put all that stress on the body. Just carry the weight around, and then the stress you put on by putting it on and taking it back off. All right, that's about it for this video. That's my take on it. You might agree or disagree with what I've said. Either way, please let me know in the comment section. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please share, and by all means subscribe. Do not forget to hit that notification bell. This way, every time I put up a new video, you will be notified. Also, if you go to the description box, you're going to find some links there. One link is to the Facebook Muscle Central page. If you go there, if you have any questions, you can go there. You can DM me, and I'd be happy to answer any questions that you might have. Also, you're going to find a link to Species Nutrition, the best nutritional supplements on the market, and Mr. Potts Protein, the best protein-packed snacks you're going to find on the market. Click on both links, go to both websites, and check out all their great products. Once again, this is Michael Diamond, and I'd like to thank you for watching Muscle Central.